to yoga. This is our Ashtanga yoga for today. So if you are familiar, we will be doing the series. Well, some of it, because it's an hour long. So it starts though, with a little bit of silence. I get to check in, I know. I'll turn the music on once we get going. But just check in. What was that face? You're like, silence?
Not ready yet.
Oh, not ready for the silence? Well, let's start seated though, just because it's still morning. We still just want to check in. Well, welcome. I'm Ashley. I know we know each other, but I still like to say, I'm Ashley. Okay, so comfortable seated position. And then rest your hands wherever comfortable. Close the eyes or look down. Take that breath in and out through the nose. And deep in the breath, you can hear it like an ocean, the waves crashing in and out. Can you slow down that exhale and soften a bit more? Soften your face, your shoulders. And then lift your hands from your knees or your lap and place them together and towards your heart. Take one deep breath together. Inhale. Let it go as you exhale. Next one, we'll do our optional Om sound. So take a deep breath in. Om. And that begins our practice. So let's reach up nice and tall. And reach forward, coming onto your hands and knees. And as just a little warm up for the spine, just some simple like cat and cows or circles, just feeling the wrists and the body. Wrists, body, hips. This is our pre-yoga portion right now, just to check in. And of course, if anything doesn't feel good or right, if it's uncomfortable, that's okay. If it doesn't feel good, like it's painful, it's a cue to back off. All right, let's bring it back to just simple, neutral position. Walking the hands forward, tuck the toes under, lift those hips up and back. We're not here for long. I'm gonna walk it forward to forward fold. Feet hip distance, bend the knees, release the neck, the head, grab the elbows and shoulders, little sway side to side. Good, then release the hands down to the floor. Roll yourself up one vertebra at a time to a standing pose. Shoulders back. Feet then will come together-ish or a little bit closer. Be mindful of your balance today. It might be a little bit off. It's just the nature of the world. So palms forward. Inhale, reach up. And then take the hands to your heart again. Exhale. We're going to begin our sun salutation series. So 3 sun A's, 3 sun B's, and we'll get going. Hands come down. Warm up the body. Reach up. Exhale, open the arms, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back, half lift. Hands on the shins or the floor. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank pose, and you know where we can go from here. Lower to chaturanga as you keep exhaling from the knees or the toes. Up dog, press that heart forward, straight arms. Exhale, tuck the toes under, lift those hips high. Press back, heels towards the floor. 5 deep breaths. There's 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Step or hop your feet forward to the top of the mat. Half lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Look forward and rise up, reach up. And then hands come down either to your heart or to your side. Good, do it again, reach up, inhale. We'll do 3 of them. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Step or hop back. Right away as you exhale, keep lowering, bending those elbows. You can go to the ground or halfway. Cobra or up dog, lifting that heart. Exhale, downward dog. Stay for 5. Hear that breath. There's 3. 4. 5. Step or hop your feet forward. Forgot to turn the heat up. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Rise up, inhale, reach up. And let it go to heart or to your sides. Inhale, reach up. One more time, sun salutation A. Forward fold, exhale. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, let's take it back. You know the flow, we go down, and then we come up to downward facing dog. Exhale. And make sure those heels are pressing down and slightly turned out. Fingertips are pressing down, especially through the L shape of your thumb and index finger. Hug your elbows in and try to rotate them so they're pointing towards the back of the room or the ground. And then create more space between the ears and the shoulders. Let's do one more breath. I lost count. And then on the end of that exhale, step or hop forward. Half lift. Forward fold. Rising up high, inhale. Reach it up. And let it go. Sun salutation B. Yeah, getting loose now. Bend the knees, reach up, chair pose. Exhale, fold it down. Half lift. Chaturanga, or lowering to your belly. Up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Then take an extra breath just because we can with that right leg preparing. Inhale, maybe even lifting it. Step between the hands as you exhale. Back heel spins down, warrior 1. 1 single breath. Exhale to the ground. Step it back. Straight to down dog or going through your vinyasa flow. That chaturanga, cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Awesome. As you inhale, you can lift that left leg or press the heels down, preparing to step. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Warrior 1, reach up. Connect the hands, look up. And take it back down. Lower, step back, lower down. Upward dog, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. And we do that nice 5 breath count. 1, 2, 3. Anytime this becomes a little bit much, you can come down to child's pose is a great variation. 4. 5. Step or jump forward. Half lift. Forward fold. Chair pose, sit back. Utkatasana. And then let it go. And we'll actually just do one more of those and go and bend the knees, sit back. We're gonna get this done in an hour. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga or belly down. Lower slowly and in control. Upward dog, inhale. Good. Downward facing dog, exhale. Let's do another inhale. I do like this extra little breath here. Inhale for that right leg prep. Exhale, step forward. Warrior one. Exhale to the ground. Step back. Keep exhaling as you lower to chaturanga. Up dog. Downward dog. Inhale, left leg prepares to step. Exhale, step it forward. Warrior one. Reach up. And back down. Step back, last time doing our sun salutation flow. For now, up dog and downward dog. We'll hold for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Just follow the breath, let that be your guide. 4. And 5. Bend the knees, we take it forward. Half lift. Exhale down, nose to the shins, try it. Bend the knees, sit back, chair pose, strong legs. And let it go. Now jump those feet, step the feet. Jumper step. Hip distance, shoulders back, lift the heart. Exhale, peace and fingers, grab the big toes. Take another half lift, inhale. Then bend the elbows and pull down and through, nose between the knees, shoulders soft. Press outward through the blade edge of the foot, like you're trying to split your mat. Good, release that for a moment, just half lift it or lengthen a little. Slide the hands underneath the feet. We'll hold for a few breaths in this one. Our wrists, we did half the amount of sun salutation, so our wrists should feel okay still. Relax the back of the body. Try to drop it down a little farther, straightening out those legs as best that they do. Good. Release the hands from the feet. Lift up halfway. Inhale. Take the hands on the hips as you exhale. Hold it. And rise up. Inhale. Jump. There we go. We're going to start. We'll do the right leg style, stepping it back. Triangle pose to the back of the room. So your right foot turns to the back. Left heel turns towards what was the front. Reach the right hand and slide it down the leg towards the right toes. You might grab onto the toe or just simply rest your hand lightly on the shin, the floor. Lengthen through the right and left sides of the waist. Look up. Left hand, blade hand. And then triangle to the other side. We rise up, inhale, using that core strength. Maybe a little bend in the knee. Shift your feet and switch. Reach, bumping the right hip back. Left hand down, anywhere down the leg. Reach up with the right. Look up. We do about 5 breaths, give or take 1 or 2 here and there. One more deep breath. Rise up, turning to the back of the room again. This time square up the hips to the back. Left hand reaches forward then to the outside or on the shin, outside of the leg or on the shin. Adjust those feet as needed to get into that twist. Now open the right shoulder up towards the sky, reach up into revolved triangle. Your hand can be anywhere down the leg. It's a balance pose for sure. Doing a lot with the body. Look up, reach up, and soften both shoulders. Notice if there's any tension you're starting to build in any kind of way. Good. We rise back up, switching sides. There's a lot of variations we can do with that top arm too. So adjust the feet, so now our hips are both facing the front. Right hand goes down. Left arm reaches up, or to the hip, or even behind the back. Imagine someone pulling the crown of your head forward. So you create this long straight line from the tailbone to the head, directly in the middle of your mat. Good, and rise back up, reach, open up to that little star position, then close at the top, step forward. Samasthiti. Same type of deal, but a little wider. Step that right foot back, turn to the back, bend the knee, bend the right knee a lot. Reach forward, elbow can start on the thigh, or hand goes to the outside of the foot. Left arm straight up or extended for extended side angle. You'll feel the right hip, the strength of your core to support your upper body as it stays light. Right hand and elbow stays light. Palm facing, well, if it's extending, palm facing down. Create that internal rotation. Good. And switch sides, maybe doing a loop with that top arm, lift up, use that right hand if it helps you. Switch, bend the left knee, elbow comes down first, right arm straight up, and then adjust as you prepare to intensify based on how your breath is doing. Look up towards your right hand. And again, shoulders soft. Draw them down your back. Good. Rising back up, maybe loop with that right arm, reach up. Twisting, this time to the back of the room again. Take the back knee down, left knee down. We'll twist to the right. Left elbow hooks over the right thigh. Right hand on top of left. Press. This is a great version to stay in, or start to lift that back knee, possibly even opening the arms. And look up towards the right hand or right shoulder. It's a little more challenging to take a deep breath in a twist, but also very, very beneficial. So slow it down. Can we breathe through the challenge? Yes, we can. Let's rise back up, refresh that blood flow, do a little windmill-like wave around to the other side. Back knee down, right knee down. Take your time to set up, right hand, right elbow over the leg. Twist, press into the top hand. And then adjusting to the level that you would like today. It is great to once in a while, in a couple poses, perhaps challenge yourself. Not every single pose, but a few of them. Good, and then lift and rise back up. I just turn the heat on, you can feel it up there. Step to the top of the mat. So now, do this again. Right foot goes back. I'm gonna face this way though. Right foot goes back. You're facing this way, but I wanna see you, so I'm facing this way. Hands on your hips. I'm staying away from everybody, don't worry. Take a deep breath in and exhale, hands to the floor, forward fold. Good, good. Half lift, lengthen for a moment. Exhale, fold it down. Arms are in like chaturanga arms, so the elbows over the wrists, palms down in between the arches. If your forehead did touch the ground, it would be in a nice little tripod triangle in front of the fingers. Okay, let's lengthen out of that one. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, hands on your hips. Rise up. Good, soften, exhale. If you still parallel, open those arms, inhale. Exhale, hands to your hips, elbows back. Where are we? Inhale, look up. Exhale, keep the hands as they are, fold forward. Squeezing the elbows and shoulders together. See if you can get the hip bones a little higher. Almost like you're trying to rotate your heels outward more. So you press through the heels. Toes go inward. Good, and rise up, take an inhale. We're gonna do more. Exhale, pause. Little break. And then inhale, reach. Hands interlaced behind the back. Palms pressed together. Press down, look up, inhale. And fold forward, wrapping the hands towards the sky or towards the side of the room. Good, one more. We're gonna rise up, inhale. And just take your hands on your hips as you exhale. Deep breath in, look up. Grab your big toes with those 2 fingers again. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, pull down. Elbows up, head down. Heels down. Hamstrings activated. Hamstring stretching, quads are active, engaged. This should be the deepest one that we're doing for this pose. Okay, release the toes, half lift, inhale. Exhale, hands on the hips. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, step to the top. Whew, we did it. Pyramid pose. Step the right foot back about halfway or so, or a little less than we did before. Turning to the back of the room. Whoop. So now I've got strong straight legs, back heels down, both toes point mostly forward. Hands either go behind your back for a reverse prayer, grabbing the wrists, or just on the hips. Hinge forward over that right leg. With a flat back, lengthen the crown of the head towards the props, towards the speakers, towards the exit. And rising up, inhale. Switch sides, pivot on the heels. Adjust the feet, widen the stance a little, lean over left leg. Okay, rise back up, inhale, that's just a shorter one. And again, open the arms, a little shake out of the hands, and then step forward. Ooh. Anyone else dizzy? Okay, take a moment. Right, a little transition here, right? Reach those arms up, inhale. Exhale, open wide, dive down. Half lift, inhale. Step or hop back, plank pose to chaturanga, much like our sun salutation. Up dog, inhale, or cobra pose, open the heart. Downward dog, exhale. Right away, step or hop forward, feet together, top of the mat. Bend the knees, inhale to chair pose, reach the arms up. Press the palms together. Of course, the shoulders aren't having it today. Cactus arms or even a hands at heart. Look up towards the thumbs, wiggle the toes. Feel that belly breath right here, right in that lower belly. And the shakiness of the quads is a good thing. And finally, let's exhale to the ground. Optional transition. You can simply step back or lift the heels, open the knees, hands down, knees on the triceps or elbows, lift the feet. Crow pose, look forward is important. Look way forward. And then step or jump back into your chaturanga, up dog. I heard no crashes today. You're playing it safe, I get it, I just did too. Down and facing dog. And then step that right foot forward. Back heel down, warrior one. Reach up. And we hold in warrior one. Bending into the knees. See if we can keep the hands pressing actively. It's gonna probably tire the arms a little quicker, of course. Look up. Good, great stance. Front toes forward, awesome. Let's keep the hands and gaze up as you pivot to the back. Straighten that front leg. Turn to the back of your mat. Right knee bends. Oh, just kidding, left knee bends. Left knee bends. Good, warrior ones, hold here, a couple more. Press that back arch, back blade of the foot down, the pinky toe side down. And then the hands come to the heart. Open up the arms, right and left, front and back of the room for warrior two. You can widen the feet, the stance. Now we've got that left knee bent, shoulders soft. Gazing forward at the left fingertips. Good, switch sides, straighten that front leg, or that what would be the front, and turn towards the front of the room, right knee bends, open up the hips, the arms stay level, and reach longer, just a little longer. Lean forward, hands come down as you exhale. Handstand, now we'll just step back. And we'll just step back, unless you really want to try your handstand. We'll step back to down dog. Vinyasa to finish out our standing series, shift forward, chaturanga, up dog, and down and facing dog. Good, and take the knees down and sit back. You know what I forgot, right? The balancing series. I just realized that, but that's okay. We'll probably like, yeah, it's all right. No problem. We didn't want to do this anyway. Not today. So we'll extend the legs forward. Good. And we get done with our standing series. That was like a 30-minute standing series. So that's like a good amount of time, about half the class, and then we get into these seated poses. And we will do some of the jump back or chaturanga back type things in between pose groups. So here we go. Dandasana, staff pose. Hands by your hips. Roll the shoulders back. Lift taller in the upper body and press through the heels. Tuck that chin slightly and try to get the crown of the head lifted. It's an active yet seemingly simple pose. See if you can lift the heels off the ground. Good, heels can come back down. Take a deep breath in. Hinge forward, reach forward, maybe towards the big toes. If we are doing 3 forward folds. So if you can grab the toes, do the big toe hook. 1 lengthening breath, and then ease into it a little deeper. At a half lift as you inhale, then hands over the tops of the feet. Exhale, lower down. Okay, take a deep breath in, lengthen out of that, half lift. Then hands around the sides of the feet. You might grab the wrists or interlace the fingers or just grab the sides. Little lower. Belly and chest forward. Long straight line through the spine. Feel your hamstrings more than your back. It's talking to you. Okay, lift back up. And we'll do a reverse plank right here. So we take the hands behind you, fingers point towards the toes. Point the toes. If it bothers the knees, please bend them. We press into the hands, roll the shoulders back, and lift the hips. Try to get those big toes to touch the floor, activate the back of the body. So now we're reversing what we just did with those folds. Also a great counter pose to the chaturanga as we do. Look up or just slightly back. And lower down slowly. Cross the legs, hands come forward, roll forward, step back. And you can always skip this too, don't worry about that, but we go through our Vinyasa flow or maybe even just step back to down dog. Then walk, step, or jump the feet forward with crossed legs, sit back. There we go. Extend the legs. Keep the right leg extended, left foot goes in. Yep. Let's do our little cross, this guy. Over the top. Well, let's do this one. Let's do this one today. That's a good idea. We're not doing no half lotuses. Is it knees or hips or ankle? Okay, well this is a good one that we'll just do some of these ones. So knee open, pull it in, turn over that straight leg, reach up, and take it down. So this should also be a little hip opener here as your knee is out about that 85-degree angle. Try to get it down towards the floor. Press it down as you lengthen forward. Rising back up, lift up, switch sides. So this is a little bit more of like a robotic sequence. We go side to side. That keeps you from getting confused at all. So turning over that leg and really concentrate on then the breath and what this pose is actually doing for you. Reach up and forward. It's also great. So if you're on a different side or the right or the left side, it doesn't matter too much. It's just switching sides. Okay, let's lift back up. Let's try this. Hug the legs in. Pick yourself up. It's been a while. Roll yourself forward. Step back. Down dog or vinyasa. That's just a reset and also helps to increase our endurance and just get us stronger. So it's part of the workout, part of the work in. Okay, walk the feet forward, sit down, cross the legs. We'll take that right leg extended again. Left ankle goes back. Roll the calf out away from the thigh and sit down. This is where sometimes a block or blanket does help, but we're not using props today. So what you want to do is try to sit towards that bent knee side. So get heavier. Press myself there. Then walk the hands forward. You can grab the feet or keep the hands on the ground to keep that hip coming down. Okay, come out of it and switch sides. Lean to that long leg side. Bring the leg around. Switch. Roll the calf away from the thigh. Try to get heavier on that side. Foot flex, so the toes back, toes up. Turn over the leg and walk it forward. Reach, you could just, as long as you're making your way forward. And you'll notice one side a little bit, sometimes more challenging than the other. It's a normal thing. Bodies are not completely symmetrical. Good, rise it back up. Let's try this. So you lean forward, press hands by the knees, lift and slide that front foot back. And then walk it back. We'll just practice this more in next year. Lower down. When we have classes regularly. Down dog. Some places you do this every single day. Oh, great. All right, jump or step forward, cross the ankles, sit back. Plop. We're there. In time, it does get more graceful, but enjoy the little plops and the type of stuff for now. What's next? I'm just kidding. Extend your right leg, bring the left foot in. Foot about a hand distance away. Yep. And we take the left arm on the inside, reach it, and we can stay with this little kickstand bump with the elbow, or try that bind. Hands connected. It just helps to lean and reach forward on the exhale and create space. Bring the arm around. And lean forward and try to touch your forehead to your toes. Ooh. It's a great back stretch too. Some of the power yoga classes I've been teaching have been shoulder heavy, strength building. Okay, let's let that go and switch it. My Chasana A. Reach up and forward, exhale. You might again make that kickstand hold here, or even just hug that knee, depending on the hip opening. Or we can bind. Oh, got some cracks in my shoulders there. And keep that long leg activated, heel pressing forward. All right, let it go. Do this again. Roll it back or cross the ankles. Hug the knees in, hands forward, step back. Lower down. Up dog or cobra pose. Those back bends feel nice after the folds. Down dog. All right, step or jump forward, walk it forward. Sit down. Twist, similar situation, just twisting this time. Leg extended, right leg extended, left foot in, this time closer to the thigh. And I also like to take that left leg across just a bit. So we're not taking it fully across, but across this way, the knee goes across. Left hand goes down, right arm up, elbow to your thigh and twist, or elbow to your knee. And the bind might happen around that leg, or just stay with that little kickstand. I don't think I'm the only one that's not eating the same as I regularly would. So twists are feeling a little off, feeling a little more tight. Again, we'll get there. And if not, that's okay. Honor where you are right now. Look back over left shoulder. And then let that go, release it. Whew. To the other side. Foot in towards the thigh, bring that knee across. You might even lean onto that left side a little more. Reach the left arm up, elbow to the thigh. Try to close the gap between your shoulder, your armpit, and your knee. Look back over the right shoulder. Good, and let go of that, release it. Whew. Cross the ankles, bring them in. Step back, jump back. We only have a couple more of those. Just jump back or step back. The reset. Good, jump forward, step forward, walk forward, and sit down again. Boat pose, Navasana. This one is always when I like to do the full 5 of them because it really gets you going and makes you not feel so great in a good way. In a good way that's like, hey, we can do hard things. Boat pose can be knees bent, no problem. You can try for a moment or one of them. And then cross the ankles, pull the knees in, try to keep the feet lifted. Hands down, lift your booty off the floor for a second, and then back to boat pose. Or just press into it. You'll get that same engagement, the same lift, the Uddiyana Bandha, the lifting of your core. And then cross the ankles again, pull it in, lift. Oh, hey. Look at that, let's go. Number 3. You shaking yet? Yeah. Yep. And let's do it again, lift up, no touching. Number 4, 5, count this one, 4, not a full breath, it's just 5 count. 3, 2, 1, and we've got one more, so we're gonna lift up. And press once more, let's do this. Keep the legs not crossed, but lifted. 5, 4, 3, 2, oh, it's been a while. And 1, pull it in, roll it forward. Step back, jump back. Chaturanga, up dog or cobra pose or something that's gonna make you feel like, back bend. And downward facing dog. Yes. And we get to lay down now. So take the knees down, cross the ankles, sit back. It's like perfect timing. That was 15 minutes and I've got 15 to go. This is a good hour-long class. Roll it down. Good Shavasana, but not quite yet. So we're gonna first hit a bridge pose. So we've got our core all nice and strong, ready for this. We've got to open up a bit more. So walk the heels back, hip distance, knees bent, palms down, lift in those hips. Squeeze your backside, squeeze your shoulders. Press into the heels and see what you can do to straighten the legs. They're not going to straighten, by the way, not at all. But it's that sensation of, okay, if I try to straighten the legs, my hips lift higher. And then slowly lower back down, giving yourself your own kind of counter pose. So it might be a knee hug or just rest and hold, or the knees go side to side. Then we can choose to do bridge pose again, or this time into wheel pose or Urdhva Dhanurasana, where the hands and the feet are holding you up. So taking your pick for this one. If you're taking wheel pose, hands go under or next to your shoulders, fingers point towards your heels, press into hands and feet, lift, look back, try to press the heart towards the back of the room. Toes point forward and pressing into the big toes, side of the foot. And then slowly lower that down again. I think we're good with that. Let's hug the knees in, give it a nice squeeze. And we'll do one more back bend. So just take it simple again, back to bridge pose or wheel pose, or maybe we're interlacing the hands in that bridge pose this time. So press once more, squeeze, lift. Then lower back down. Hug your knees in. You're gonna roll yourself back up to a seated pose, straight legs, forward fold. Stay there, forward folding. Turn these down. And lift back up now, back to the ground, roll down, gentle. Legs will go straight up above the hips. Shoulder stand or legs up the wall. For shoulder stand, you're pressing into the elbows, lifting the hips above shoulders, toes to the sky, or staying with the hips on the ground to keep your back and neck safe. If you're in shoulder stand, feet will go to the back of the room, straight legs, and upside down forward fold for plow pose. Interlace the hands behind you if your toes touch the ground. Keep the backs of the knees pressing towards the sky. And bend your knees around your ears if you're in plow. If you're in legs up the wall, stay with those legs straight up. And then slowly lowering back down. Now take your legs out in front of you. You can go straight legs or you can cross the legs, however you want your legs. You're gonna press up onto your forearms, so elbows down, press up onto the forearms, palms down. Lift the heart, it's fish pose. Lift the heart, look back, and you can stay right here, or as you inch the elbows forward, your head might come to the floor. Again, be mindful of the neck or any of the vertebrae, the cervical spine, upper back. Good. and inch those elbows forward as you lower down. Belly comes down. Everything comes down. Give your knees another squeeze again. So the end is a little different than the regular Ashtanga ending, just because it makes it a little simpler on our bodies. So extend the left leg forward and down on the floor. Hug that right knee, and let's take another twist, a supine twist. The leg goes across, right arm extends, look away from the legs. Lifting that leg back up to the top, give it a squeeze into that right shoulder, and then switch it. Left knee comes in. You're gonna tuck that right hip underneath the left as you turn the leg across, twist. Reach and extend left arm. You can bring that leg back up to the top. Once again, squeeze that knee in. And then both knees. And a little happy baby, perhaps, grabbing the feet, rocking side to side. And at this point, if there's any other poses you would like to complete to feel settled in your practice, now would be the time. And then the best pose of all, Shavasana. So as you are ready to do so, feel your body relax. Feet typically just falling open. Hands by your side, closed eyes. And let go. Allow this moment for your body, your mind, and whatever else to completely surrender. Continue to be in this moment by focusing back to the breath, that natural in and out flow, the rhythm that keeps our body alive. And take a deeper breath. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. A slow reawakening. Rolling to your side as you bend your knees, maybe giving a stretch out. And gently press back to your seated pose. And just hold here for a moment. Noticing once again, witnessing what you feel, who you are, how you are. Getting a little taller. Reach those hands up. Inhale. Then connect them as we have done throughout our class and bring them down to your heart. It's our symbol of gratitude, appreciation, all good things. Keep them there. Seal it in. One more deep breath. And out. We've got to end with an Om, so let's do that. Inhale first. Om. Thank you for joining in this wonderful morning practice. We'll see you again soon. Namaste. Party dance back there. Did it.